Nomus Raitan served as Lord Chaplain of the Salamanders during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. Prior to the establishment of the chaplaincy of the legions, the Salamanders would already promulgate a creed among their men. Known as the Voices of Fire, these spiritual lieges of the 18th would transition easily into the role required in the wake of the Council of Nicaea. Among Primarch Vulcan's most trusted advisors, Nomus would be regarded as a wise and gifted orator prior to his appointment as the Legion's first Lord Chaplain. Gifted the Warhammer, Dark Star Falling, crafted by his Primarch's own hands, Nomus would bear his mastercrafted symbol of office with pride. Known as the Keeper of the Keys of Prometheus, Nomus would be installed as the Regent of Nocturne by Vulcan prior to the Istvan V dropsite massacre. Overseeing the initiation and training of recruits drafted into the Legion, Nomus would mould its future. With his Primarch missing in the aftermath of the failed assault of the Traitor War effort, Nomus would shoulder the burden of shepherding his Legion for the perilous future to come. Under the guidance of the Promethean cult, Nomus would forge the Legion from its fragmented and scarred pieces. Choosing not to act rashly or seek vengeance, Raitan would continue his Primarch's task with diligence and ceaseless toil. Assuming that his homeworld would one day be besieged by the traitors, Nomus would prepare to defend Nocturne. Fortifying the world with strategically placed fortifications and armaments, Raitan would command Nocturne's forges to work day and night to fulfill the needs of Nocturne's defenses. Months thereafter, the Salamander's battle barge, Charybdis, would emerge from the warp. Housing the slain Primarch Vulcan within, it would not be long before the harried vessel would be quickly pursued by ships of the Death Guard and Wordbearer's legions. Mobilizing Nocturne and its people to push back the traitors, Nomus would lead his Firedrake bodyguards to battle. Finding the downed ship piloted by the Salamander's first captain, Artellus Numion, Nomus would push back his pursuers of the Death Guard. Numion would reveal the fate of their Primarch, Vulcan, to Nomus, an act which would cause him to stoically resolve to endure the traitor assault and order his men to fall back to the Draconius Gate. A bastion crafted by Nomus's orders during their toil, the Draconius Gate would prove invaluable in preserving the lives of his men. Drawing the Death Guard to its fortified bunkers, the Salamanders under the command of Nomus would endure the 14th Legion's invasion at the base of Mount Deathfire. Enduring the Death Guard's orbital and viral bombardments, the Salamanders would end countless sons of Mortarion during their assault. Yet as masters of protracted and grinding warfare, the Death Guard would not cease their march. Heavily outnumbered, the Salamanders would be aided by their homeworld's magma trenches and suddenly opening chasms. The Death Guard's armored vehicles would seismically disturb the planet's wildlife and be besieged by countless wyverns, urdrakes, and gnarlworms, tearing the armor of their vehicles apart with horns and fire breath. Raitan would order his 800 men to slay the disorganized 14th Legionaries. Facing the Death Guard commander, Laestygon, Raitan would strike his foe down and secure victory for the 18th Legion. With the Death Guard's defeat, Nomus would pray by the side of his Primarch's golden casket. Accepting his Genefather's death, Nomus would lose hope to ever see his Primarch alive again. On the other hand, Artellus Numion would conduct a ritual to bring his Primarch back. Whilst Nomus prepared the burial rites for Vulcan, his Primarch would be brought to the heart of Mount Deathfire with his Warhammer Dawnbringer clenched within his cold, deadened hands. Consecrating his body by lowering him into the molten heart of Mount Deathfire, Vulcan would be submerged within the magma of the volcano. Yet Artellus Numion would go missing and, unbeknownst to Raitan, cast himself into the caldera of Mount Deathfire. His Primarch's resurrection from Numion's sacrifice allowing his return, Raitan would serve at the pleasure of his Genefather once again. His faith in the Promethean creed bolstered, and his deeds to his legion renewed.